Hey everybody, we are back at the truck. Emily Rose waiting here for us. We got about 22 minutes till we can roll. I've already done my pre-trip, so I'm good with that. We'll log it as soon as we get done with our tent and go from there. So and get rolling as quickly as we can. We do have a 1900 Pacific Standard Time delivery window for this, and we're going to get it there. So psyched about that. We'll see what else we see as we go along and go from there. We usually pick up as we're going over the Colorado River. We'll go with the wide view, see what you can see that way as we're going in. Get a little bit more of a wide view this trip and the rest of it anyway, and see what we can see. But we are heading to City of Industry, California. So we'll do our best to get there. You guys have a good one. We'll see you in a few. All right, everybody. We got done with our nice little walk. We walked about 3 miles, so it's not too bad. I mean, it's not a mile and a half down there, a mile and a half back. It's just we walked around some down there. But that was a good workout. Nice little walk. Had some good ginger soda. It's not ginger ale, it's ginger soda. And they were really nice. And I look forward to checking out some of the restaurants there if I ever have another layover over here. Probably a 34 or something. But there's some good stuff to do down there in Kingman. So we are headed to City of Industry, California. We are ready to roll. We're not gonna. There's only stop we're gonna make between here and there, God willing, is going to be at the top of Cajon Pass at the brake check, and we will always stop there to make sure. Other than that, we're gonna get rolling here, and we'll keep with you just for a few minutes, and then, as we usually do, we usually pick up as we go into California and that kind of thing. Hopefully we'll be all right. So we are a tad bit heavy in the drives right this second. Well, I don't know that we are. We might not be, because we were 80 pounds over when I scaled this in Albuquerque, and but I was full. My fuel tanks were totally full. So so that's within that little error range right there. We should be good to go. If you don't know, a gallon of diesel weighs about 7 pounds. So if you figure if we go about 70 miles, we'll burn off 10 gallons and get rid of that. So, and we've already gone a few since we filled up. And I didn't top off 100% at the last stop, just so that we could get underweight and make sure we're underweight. But by the time we get to California and hit a weigh station, we should be in good shape here. So with a little bit of luck today, we will get to towards wherever. Hopefully we'll get a pre-plan here. I'm gonna call Jonathan in a few and see if there's anything he can do about getting me a pre-plan. So once we get this hopefully a pre-plan, we'll run up to there, or as close as we can to there, in stage, so that we're not wasting much time as far as that. I got 51 hours on my 70, so we should still be in pretty good shape to run wherever we need to run. got we have if not, my fallback as far as tonight is going to be in Ontario at the TA there. See if we can. We need to park it there. I always hate going someplace where you have to pay to park, but that's the nature of the TA and Petro there. I tried the Petro there, and that's just a mess. I mean, the TA is not. Well, no, the TA is considerably better to park at than the Petro in Ontario. It just is. Next closest truck stop to there is going to be, I believe it's going to be in Mariloma, Harupa Valley. That Loves that's out there, and that's not bad. But there's not a ton of parking over there, so. But we'll see. We'll go from there and see what happens. This is not a good thing right here. That's the only thing I don't like about this TA is this is getting out of this parking lot. It's a stop sign onto a major road. Getting out of here is going to take a while. But that was the only way that you can do it. There's just the kindness of others letting you in there, you know. Took about 6 minutes to get out of that parking lot. It's not bad, but still. So I still haven't told you guys what I'm carrying in here. I will in a few minutes, but right in a second. So we got, right after we get on this here, we're going uphill a little bit, and then we have a big downhill 6% descent. 6% grade descent. So part about going up that hill off of there and not having too much speed is that you have some control going down this hill. Well, you have more control anyway going down this 6% grade. Thing that can take a little bit longer on this load is the up and downs, especially across the high desert, until you get to well, before you get to Barstow, it'll flatten out some, but you're moving up into what they call the high desert, and so you've got to deal with, especially when you're heavy like this. Last time I came out here, I wasn't anywhere near this heavy. I was right now I'm at 79,000 pounds, so I'm almost at max weight I can be in this truck and with this trailer. But last time I think I was around 54,000 pounds. That's a big difference there, especially going up and down these hills. So this will take a little bit longer as we go, but we're going to enjoy it and have a good one. So we'll pick you up right when we get close to California. You guys have a good one. This is going to be a long video, just by the way, unless I I may end up splitting it in two and using the first part of this for the end of the other one, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll talk to you in a little bit. All right, everybody, we're getting ready to head into California, and had this, I don't know if I've did this wide view before. I know I've done a little bit more of the narrow view. Hopefully you'll get a little bit of a glimpse of the Colorado River as we go over the bridge. A couple things always mentioned. Makes no sense this guy got right in front of me and then slowed down. Anyway, something that we always mention, or I always mention, and truck drivers mention as we get into California. I mean, besides all the traffic, I mean, you know, you have to, you know, if you feel really strange about driving in heavy traffic, you know, coming to California, Southern California, especially anything beyond being inland, is not a great idea for you. But it's just something that doesn't make any sense, and I really, one of these days I'm going to look up the history of it to find out why they thought this was such a great idea, and because to me it makes absolutely zero sense. Here. As always, when we're going over here, I always talk about Golden Shores open right here, this exit. If you take off on this exit, on the Arizona side, there's a nice little place to go visit. You can go right up to the river's edge. They've got some good food, nice little shopping excursion kind of stuff, that kind of thing. Hopefully you can see the river a little bit to your left. You can carrying utilities and stuff like that. But like so many times, rivers form a natural boundary, a natural state boundary, or natural even country boundary. But here we've got crossing the Colorado River, halfway across the bridge, we will cross into California. So hopefully you can see a little bit of the river. I mean, the Colorado River is still very impressive, but nowhere near, the Mississippi or the Arkansas River or that. So anyway, welcome to California. We are in San Bernardino County. San Bernardino County is huge. I mean, it is absolutely huge. I'm surprised that they haven't broken it down, that in Riverside County. But one of the things that you got here is, again, one of the things that we as truck drivers always have an issue with is this sign coming up right here. And that is autos with trailers and trucks 55 miles an hour maximum. And there's just no rhyme or reason to it. And maybe back in the day there might have been. I don't know. But anymore, just no rhyme or reason to it. But that said, we will obey the law. We'll run a little bit slower than we normally do. We got 249 miles to our delivery. We are about let's see, it's a little after 1, so we're about 5.5 hours from our delivery. So we're right about on schedule. Just depends on traffic or whatever. So anyway, we will catch you in a little while. Hey everybody, it is 4:43 local time. We are just near Hesperia, California. So near the top of Cajon Pass. We'll be there in a few minutes. We'll stop at the brake check area, double check our brakes. Also, I always try to stop at the brake areas for 2 reasons. I think I mentioned it before. One is because you really should. I mean, you should check your brakes, especially before you're going down a hill like that. If they have a brake area, chances are it's pretty severe. The downgrade over there. It's either the percentage of the downgrade, or it is the length of it. So those 2 things. But the other part is, it allows me to control my starting speed down the hill a lot better because I'm coming out of the brake area and I can be in the gear that I want to be in and keep it in there for as long as I want. So usually for me, and one of the things that they teach you at Stevens is look at how many gears you have and then take half of that, and that's a good start. And then you can go up in gear from there if you need to. It's a lot easier to go up in a gear going down a hill than to go down in gear. So but we'll be stopping there in a few minutes, and then we'll pick it back up from as we're heading down the hill. I know I've filmed that before, but this will be a little bit of a different view, this wide view, and we'll see what you think. We'll get you in a minute. Okay, so we are at the brake check area at the top of Cajon Pass. We're gonna get ready to roll here. I did do a brake check, make sure didn't anything look like it was loose. Made sure my just made sure that my pads all looked good and everything else like that. So feel pretty confident in this. We're going to, like I said, we're going to go down in a certain gear. It is going to be slow going down here. It is a Friday. It is 5 o'clock. So it should be interesting. We got 2 hours to get 48 miles. So we'll see if we can do it. Shouldn't be too bad. We're going to go to I-15 to California 60 and then go from there. But we're going to take our time going down this hill. So just one question I guess I have, and you can put a comment in the bottom. I don't know if guys are all like this or if women do this too, but for me, whenever I go through heavy traffic like this, or when I get to a big city or whatever, and I'm really paying attention, I can't have music playing. And I don't know if that's just me or if it's other people too, but leave a comment. Let me know if I'm not the only one or whatever. Anyway, we're going to get moving here. We're going to take our time going down the hill as we always do. I think I mentioned this, and I think my trainer mentioned it to me, is when you stop at a brake check area, I always turn off the truck. And part of the reason behind that is so that, from what I was told by him, is that it pings the truck and it checks your location. Apologize for that little comment I made there. Yeah, I apologize for that little thing. I don't know if I can edit it, but I did cuss at that guy in the truck, just speeding past like that. So, but my goal, as always, going down these hills, is to use the gear that I'm in and use my Jake brake to control my speed so I can stay off the service brakes. If I need to, I can tap them, but I'd prefer not to if I can help not to, and that's what I'm going to do. So I have this locked in manual mode right now, and we are we are going the speed limit. We're not going slower than 55. We just, but we're being really controlled with that. We're going to stick right at that, and that's where we can control this. 79,000 pounds heading downhill can get out of control fast if you don't respect it. Let me put it that way. So if you don't respect it, you can get it out of hand really quick. And so what I do is I've got this locked into a gear, and there's a runaway ramp right there. If for some reason you're just totally out of control, you can Denver, a guy actually filmed somebody taking one of those ramps. And, you know, if you got to do it, you got to do it. That's all there is to it, you know. I mean, there's no answers or buts about it. I mean, you need to safeguard the motoring public. That's our you know, our number one task is to safeguard the motoring public, and also to safeguard ourselves. So if you got to take one of those, you know, yeah. Is it going to mess the truck up? Probably. Is it going to cost something to get out of there? Yeah, absolutely. But you're not going to kill anybody. You're not going to. So the only thing that's going to keep us from staying totally off our brakes here is traffic. So, but if we need to use the brakes, we're just going to tap them a little bit and go from there. So that little ding that you hear, just so you know, is just my truck reminding me that I have the transmission locked in the manual right now, and that so that it lets me know. It also the signal ding lets me know that or reminds me that it's locked into gear. The more than one ding is telling me that I could shift it. In most cases, shift it up, but it's not something that I want to do right now. So. If the camera's maybe a little, I don't know if it'll be out of focus or if it'll just look strange. With the weather changing and it being warmer up here, I got a ton of bugs on my windshield, so apologize for that. It is a beautiful day down here. Last few times I've been down here in Southern California, it's been rainy and hazy and everything like that, so nice to have a nice day like this. A couple days, it's going to be even a little bit brighter down here than it is right now, because we have daylight savings time coming tomorrow night. Actually, it should be not tomorrow night. Sunday morning, usually, what is it, 2 a.m. Then it goes forward an hour. So you lose an hour sleep, and if you're driving a truck, you lose an hour of your delivery time. You need to adjust for that. But other than that, you know. tell me that this is a drop and hook. I hope it is. That'll make everything nice and fast. You can get in there, drop it, get our paperwork done, pick up our new trailer, and get to where we need to stage. Right now, I'm guessing that's going to be Ontario, but we'll see. We've got 2 hours to deliver this 50 miles, but to be on the time that we say we were going to be there, but we're going to try to get it there a little bit earlier than that, but we're going to be moving slow here. And I'm not going to keep you on here the whole way. It doesn't make any sense to keep you the whole way down, but we're going to take the truck bypass here in a minute, and see that traffic stopped just as a standstill going up the pass, so that's not fun. Anyway. Alright, everybody, like I said, we're just about down to the bottom of the pass. I mean, we still have a few, we still go down a little bit right here, but for the most part, we're pretty much down there. Still got it in gear, in the gear that we want, and we'll keep it there. Use our Jake brake to control it, but we'll just let you see how this opens up down here. This view, it's a beautiful view. Even with a little bit of smog that's out there, it's still a beautiful view. And we'll keep you there. All right, guys, we'll see you in a few. Okay, so we are in Ontario, California. We're on California 60 going west towards Los Angeles. We got 16 miles left to go to our delivery. We've got about 13 miles left before we turn a little bit off here on California 60. I just turned this on just because I wanted to give you guys if you're thinking about driving a truck, you better feel comfortable about driving in traffic like this, unless you're going to just drive on a farm or some regional or dedicated where you never have to go to a big city. You better feel comfortable driving in this. Different drivers have different techniques. I have a different technique. Again, I'm still new to this overall, but I made sure when I went to school and we were driving around Denver, or not Denver, but in the Denver metro area, near Kingsburg and that area, and also with my trainer, asking questions. And my whole thing about this is just maintaining your lane. Just maintain your lane. If I know that my next turn down this road is going to be to the right, whether it's the freeway turning right or banking right or whatever, but I know it's going to be to the right, and I know it's 12 miles away, so I've got quite a ways to go. So this is my lane. I personally, and this is just me, again, I don't say I'm not an expert, because technically if you have a CDL, you're supposedly an expert, but this is just what I do, how I handle this. I pick the second lane from the right. If I'm going right next, I'll stay in this until I have to get to the right. Okay? I don't have to get there for a while. I got 12 miles, so I stay here. This allows me to towards the area that I need to turn when I need to turn, but it allows me to not have to move lane to lane very much. If my next turn was to the left and there's 4 lanes like there are now, or actually 5 lanes, I would be probably 1 or 2 lanes farther to the left. That because just to be ready to make it easier for me to, when I need to go left, in, let's say if I had to go left in 11 miles. But right now I'm going to stay here. I'm going to maintain my lane. For all intents and purposes, I own this lane. Everybody else can go around me. I'm maintaining my speed that's comfortable with that lets me keep this distance in front of me. Okay, that keeps my 6 seconds, if not more, ahead of me. I'm not impeding traffic or anything. If people want to go around me, they can go around me. If they pull in front of me, I can ease up and let that gap open again. But it also gives me the opportunity to react if I start to see a bunch of red lights up ahead of me. Maybe not just like that one car right there that's just catching up to somebody fast, but if I start to see a lot of red lights, then all of a sudden then I'm going to start to get on the brake a little bit. Just like right there, starting to see a bunch of red, I'm getting on my brake a little bit and slowing it down so I can still keep a distance ahead of me, and so that I can stop if I need to stop, because moving left or moving right may not be the safe way to move, but if I can stop in time, that's a lot safer without having to be very abrupt about slamming on the brakes and having a hard braking incident. But I'm going to stay here till I get close to where I need to move right. Now, it's possible that this could still be a good lane for me, because we're moving from part of a freeway to a different part of the freeway, and
Golden State Foods, GSF detected.
Both of these 2 lanes, the right one and this one I'm in, could move the direction I need to move, so I may not have to move to the right. But if I need to, I'm just moving 1 lane, and I can use the speed of my truck to open up the lane to the right. So that's just what I like to do. It makes me a lot less nervous. It makes me feel like I'm in more control of my surroundings, and we'll go from there. But you can see how much distance I have ahead of me, and while I may not be going 55 miles an hour, which is what the speed limit is for trucks in California, I'm doing a little over 50 miles an hour. I'm moving along about the same pace of traffic. So I'm doing okay. Now, so we're in Chino now, so all right, everybody, I just thought I'd share that with you, just so you can see. We'll pick it up in a few. Hey, we are in Ontario, California. We already dropped our load over here in City of Industry. We dropped the trailer, picked up an empty. I wanted to start filming over here because some people asked me. I mentioned to them I saw one of these Carvana vending machines over here in Ontario. It'll be coming up on your right pretty quick here, so if you just keep an eye out towards the right, you'll see it here in a few minutes. We're headed towards the Travel Centers of America, the one off of Milliken here in Ontario, and we're gonna hopefully find a fast place to park for the night. But right after we come underneath here, you should see that Carvana to your right. It's this blue kind of white thing. You'll see it coming up here to your right. I don't know how good it's going to come up on the light, but video about how it works. So if you want to call and check it out, or go to YouTube and check it out, you can see how it works. But that's the Carvana vending machine right there, and we got about a little over a mile to get to Milliken.
1 mile, take exit 57 on the right to Milliken Avenue.
And we're going to go ahead and get off here on Milliken, and we're going to I'm going to turn this thing down here, and I'm going to take you with me to see if we can find a place to park. I don't know if we'll go through the whole thing, but we're going to take you inside here. We're going to get right here in a second. As soon as we get past this, we've got to get right. If you go to up Etowanda and you take that, it'll take you all the way down to the Loves down in Mariloma or Jurupa Valley down there. But we've got the TA over here, and we also have Petro. There's not a whole lot of parking in Southern California, especially as far as truck stops. So you got to find what you can find, and you got to hope that you can find. Looks like there's some room over here. We shall see. We're still. It is Friday, so I don't know really what difference that's going to make. It is pay. You do have to pay for parking, and they will, what do you call it? You can get your parking validated if you spend, I think it's $20. It's $20 a day to park here, and if you spend $20 in the TA, they'll validate it so you don't for 1 day. So. But I tried to park at the Petro, which is across the way. And if you don't know, TA and Petro are the same company. But I didn't like that parking lot at all at Petro. I mean, the one over here at TA is a lot better. At least I feel like it is. So, but we're going to check it out here. Stay with me for a few, and... There's two ways to get in this parking lot. You can go through the fuel island, or you can go to the other entrance. We're going to go to the other entrance because we don't need fuel right now. Come in here for 2 hours without having to pay anything, so that's good too. If you need to just take a little break at 30, or if you come through and you can't find parking, which is always a possibility. They do have an Amazon locker at this one. I tried to see if I could get something sent to me, but it wouldn't have gotten here on time. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. It really depends on what you're ordering. Sometimes you get some the same day. One of the things I wanted to order wouldn't have been here till Sunday, and there was no way I could be sure that I would be here on Sunday. So ticket. Now the hunt is on for a parking spot. That's it. Almost looks like there's one there. Now, I don't like to always, I'm not a big fan of parking on corners. Like this guy right here, see there's a corner right here? I'm not a big fan of that. And the reason why is you can get, somebody cuts that tight or whatever, and then you end up losing the front end of your truck. But we're gonna see if we can find an easier place to park. If not, that's not a bad place to park. It really isn't. Don't want to blind back to any place. I think we found a couple places. They have a nice little chapel here. I hate it when people park their bobtails all the way back because you can't see it. up, but I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna go get out and look again. One more time to make sure how much room I got behind me. We're just a little too deep in that box, so we're going to come up a little bit and then quite even with him here. That's where we're going to be. And we are here.